The tears are falling today because we are wrapping up the 2017 season of Cover 4.
I can't handle it.
Sad. It's sad.
2 years together, y'all.
All the feels.
2 years. If you guys have been with us for this entire 2 years, hey, shouts out to you. Cover 4 presented by JCPenney one last time. Dave, Taylor, and Manny, we're going to look back at some moments from the season and look ahead at why you should be excited about 2018. And it really picks up a lot sooner than you think, so don't get too sad. Dave takes to kick off.
Yeah, the old cliche says something along the lines of don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. And I love you guys. I love Cover 4, but I don't know, man. This 2017 Cowboys season, I'm not smiling about a whole lot. I'm ready to turn this thing over to 2018.
Shouts out to ya, Bills Mafia. Of course, you guys are very excited that the Bengals got you guys to the playoffs, but all the donation to Andy Dalton's foundation is absolutely amazing. Going to a great cause. I have to give you props, Bills.
Well, Cowboys fans, something to look forward to. You have the number 19 pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. Last year, 2017, O.J. Howard went number 19, and he had 6 touchdowns this year. Well, the Cowboys' leading receiver had 6 touchdowns this year. So the future is bright with that 19th pick.
Interesting way to look at it.
Wow.
Fans, get excited. Speaking of you fans,
He's got it for you.
this segment is all about you guys. We went crowd surfing, and there were tons of votes on these things. I mean, I think the Cowboys fans want to be heard right now. You think so? Maybe?
Yes, yes.
We asked you who impressed you the most this season. These were your choices. What did you guys think? Here.
I had to say Lyle Collins, and I know that's kind of an underrated one, but the guy played a whole new position that he was not used to, did it pretty great, and had a back injury the whole year. So I'm impressed by you always, LC. So congrats to you, big fella.
Yeah, I felt weird not voting for DeMarcus Lawrence here.
Yeah.
I mean, 14 and a half sacks, leader in the NFL. I get all that, but I agree with Tay. I mean, Lyle Collins playing his first year at right tackle, weren't sure how it was going to go. Rough month to start things out, and I thought he was basically dominant down the stretch. I was really impressed by how he did. It's not a slight on D-Law. It's really not.
Show us the results, though. What the fans out there had to say. Wow. Overwhelming.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen.
Hard not to.
He had a great season, but shouts out LC.
Number 2 thing we asked, what's one thing you got to improve on moving into this off season?
I kicked it off and said the passing game.
I did too. I voted passing game.
Yeah,
I didn't think that many people would.
I had to go passing game in my opinion because ultimately, the running game is going to be consistent, and it's been consistent for 3-4 years now, I think, back when DeMarco was setting the league rushing records. Yep. So you know what you got with the rushing game, but as long as this team is one-dimensional, you're not going far. As long as all you can do is run the ball with very limited threat of passing the ball, you're never going to be a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
All right, show us results. Dave, did you agree with the fans?
Passing game.
I do honestly agree, but you notice that percentage is a lot lower. All right, I get it. You average
Then DeMarcus, yeah.
You average fewer than 200 yards passing in the NFL. That's not great, but you saw those clips of what that run defense looked like, especially when Sean Lee wasn't in there. Chaz Green, 6 sacks allowed in Atlanta. I mean, there's plenty of things this team needs to work on.
What about number 3? What rookie are you guys most excited to see in his second year? And I think this one's going to be all over the board.
I do too. I do too. Immediately, I think I have to go with the first-round pick, Taco Charlton. We saw a little bit more splash from him at the end of the season. I thought, okay, he's finally finding his groove. He's getting going. Go into your full off season, guys. He's gonna have training. He's a student of the game. He really does like to study the game, and I think he'll do better next year.
This right here was my vote, Jordan Lewis. He actually, you saw that last clip. He was my vote. I think Cheeto will probably be the more consistent player over the entire course of his career, just off one quick year of analysis. But Jordan Lewis, I think, will be the flashy player. So when you're talking about who am I most excited to see,
the wow plays.
Yes, I think he's gonna give us more wow plays. I like him.
What did the fans have to say? Those fans who are clamoring out there. Cheeto's your pick? Okay. I like it.
6'1", 200 pounds, really only got into the starting lineup in the final month of the season and showed his stuff, finished the season with a pick in the season finale. I'm excited to watch this guy moving forward. I know, it's a small sample size, and I think that's why I'm so excited. I bet a lot of people agree with me, but he really impressed in that last month.
What does the team need to draft at number 19? I don't know if it was number 19. I think it was just in general. What did you guys say?
I said offensive line. They got Zach Martin around the same pick. I think it was 16th, wasn't it? 19th now. I think you could find a decent offensive lineman. I think that this team still does a very good job of moving guys around, whether they're guard or tackle. but I think you need to really concern yourself with the offensive line depth. I think you can find a linebacker early fourth.
Hey, Anthony Hitchens was early fourth. I thought it was linebacker for so long, but now that we're into the offseason, I think about it. You're going to draft a guy that's not guaranteed to be on the field in the first round. I mean, I know Sean Lee gets hurt, but I don't know, man. And I think about Christian Kirk, and I think about Calvin Ridley from Alabama. Like, you could do a lot of damage with a top-notch receiver.
You know what's interesting to me is the fact that all those positions listed, at least 3 of the positions listed, the Cowboys have an all-pro at those positions. Linebacker, you got Sean Lee.
They're not getting
offensive line, you have multiple all-pros. Receiver, so it's very rarely, Dave, Tay, do y'all see a team saying we have a draft need at a place where you have one or multiple all-pros? It's an intriguing year.
Woo! Wide receiver.
And I agree with that.
That's people.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
People are this 2017 season is fresh on your minds, and we get it. The last one was kind of fun. Jason Witten, what's this guy gonna do?
He's going to be the next head coach.
Is that what you said?
I think so.
Those are the options?
He's just going to go straight into head coaching, and everyone's going to have it.
I can't have like a 1 more year option? 2 more years?
I said play forever. What did the fans say here?
In 5 more years.
What did you think?
He's the next head coach.
Ooh.
Wow. All right.
They liked
I must have been
it.
heckin' close,
It
though.
was an even split,
Right,
yeah.
with
Coach
39.
Witten. I can hear that.
Oh, man, integrity. All the
Integrity,
day.
baby.
Just seamless transition to the next regime, Jason Witten.
Whatever, Jason to Jason. Next thing,
Wow.
top 5 reasons you guys should be excited about 2018 and the future. The first one, we've hit on it just a couple seconds ago, those rookie defensive backs.
Yeah, I like the rookie defensive backs. Ultimately, coming into this year, what was everybody worried about? The defensive back room, that defensive back unit. Well, Jordan Lewis, Tito, they kind of proved themselves, starting to cement themselves in that role. Definitely excited.
I'm excited to see Xavier Woods, too.
Yes, a lot in the mix. Okay, next up, DeMarcus Lawrence, obviously. Get excited, had a fantastic year, and he'll be back next year.
We hope. I mean, no, he's coming back.
This year.
Tag.
Is he coming back
17
on a
mil
17
tag.
mil contract,
That's
or is
not
he
bad.
coming back on a longer contract? I don't know, but he will be here. He knows he will be here. 14.5 sacks is nothing to sneeze at. You bring in, you hope Taco Charlton continues to improve. I think this is as good as the Cowboys have felt about their pass rush in about 6 years. So, yeah, absolutely, that's exciting.
Next up to be excited about, Dak Prescott. And for those people out there who are not on the Dak train, somebody get him back on.
Taylor.
Why be excited?
Taylor, do you think?
Come on.
Do you
The
think?
Dak train is still hot and running. I think that, yes, he had a crazy year. But, guys, we just told you everything. Injuries, Zeke gone for 6 weeks. He is ready, guys. I think he's going to go in there and he's going to work on accuracy. We heard the receivers say the other day they want to have weekly meetings with Dak. I think that can only benefit him. Join the Dak train.
Get back on it.
Probably should have been doing that in the first place. That's another conversation. But I just throw on the tape of Dak against Green Bay, or throw on the tape of Dak against the Giants. I don't care that they are a 2-win team or a 3-win team. He's done it before. He did it all his rookie year. He did it plenty of times this season, particularly in the first half of the season. There's plenty of reason to believe he can get back to that. I don't get the panic about this guy at all, to be totally honest.
Any panic about the offensive line? Because we think that's number 2 why you should be excited.
Yeah, that's always a reason to be excited because technically and in theory they are still young. Multiple of the players on the unit are still under contract, so a lot to be excited about. Really, you just have to get them healthy. Ultimately, if this line is healthy, they are a top 2 or 3 line in the National Football League. But as soon as you take away one piece in Tyron Smith, I don't even know if they're top 10, top 15. Super excited about them. Just got to get them all healthy.
Wrap my guy Tyron in bubble wrap. Just
All offseason.
do it all
baby.
up. Yeah, get some.
Number 1 reason
Tape on
to
there,
be
too.
excited, say it with me.
Zeke! Free Zeke! Free Zeke!
He's back. He's free.
He's free. He's
Is
going
it?
to be back.
It's an underrated storyline that, I mean, God, we could spend 10 whole shows on that, and we did. We don't have to do it again, but that's over with now. It's just not something that we hopefully have to talk about again.
But
Keyword
here's what I got to
hopefully.
say. Exactly.
Keyword.
Because keep in mind, last offseason, Zeke did 2 or 3 things that could have reached national headlines.
Absolutely.
So Zeke, like Tay just said, free Zeke, everybody's on the bandwagon, but now it's up to Zeke.
It is.
Don't wrap him in bubble tape, but lock the front door to his
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
Just stay home.
Just
He's a year
stay
older, a
home.
year wiser.
Play some video games and wait for training camp.
All right, we are taking a quick break. When we come back, best of this season. Trust us. You do not want to miss it. That's all you need to know right there.
Whoa there. Hi everyone, I'm Taylor Stern inside the AT&T Media Center. The top jersey sales are out for the 2017 season, and for the Dallas Cowboys this year, it was Dak Prescott who sold the most jerseys. Of course, the quarterback was the Rookie Offensive Player of the Year last year, and he had a sophomore slump, but can you really call it that with everything that happened on and off the field this year? So, congrats Dak still on getting the top jersey sales for the Dallas Cowboys. Stay tuned to everything inside the AT&T Media Center.
We can have a long discussion over lemonades about all of that. That's a two lemonade discussion. It's probably a couple lemonade conversation. I don't really know. Again, that's probably a couple lemonade discussion. We can talk about that over a couple lemonades. That's probably a couple lemonade discussion, but there are probably degrees of that.
Dave, have you set up your lemonade date yet?
This guy owes us like 19 cases of lemonade.
It's time. It's saucy.
Is it Mike's Hard Lemonade? Is it the regular stuff? I don't know.
Country time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's made.
Whatever it is, I'm ready for it, Jason.
Well, if you've tuned in all season long, you are the best. We've been so happy to have you. We've had a good time. So we thought, hey, why not relive it in the best of 2017?
Thanks for that, Lindsay. Hey, check it out. At almost 29 years of age, David Hellman's going to eat ramen noodles and cry about his paycheck tonight. So that's pretty dope.
The fat men stand in front of each other. Doing a fat man's dance.
Guys, I don't know if you know Mickey Spagnola. He is a writer for the Cowboys, long time. Huge bike activist. I'm just saying, Juju, I would look there first.
Oh, people say, they can't believe Jamaica, we have a bobsled team.
These are bloody boots.
Changes may occur.
Changes should occur to that outfit, Manny.
Emmanuel Acho, what was that? Dude?
Oh, you didn't,
You look
you
like-
didn't back me up
you-
a second ago.
No, I did too. He looks like a Christmas present.
With that.
She hating. She hating.
Manny, you'd be a great GM, and Dave, you'd be a great mascot.
Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Next one, Lindsay. I'm already getting scared.
Next.
From Atlanta.
Yep.
It is a famous.
Sorry about you.
You're talking about Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram.
Melvin Ingram went to South Carolina. Learn your football players. I gave it a 9.
Hey, Dave, I'm going to kill you.
Here we
Your mom plays fantasy football. Like people who
Why are you
really.
going to talk about our moms?
Your mom, like the rhetorical mom, like people who don't care about football play fantasy football.
This is
That's not a
It
regular
brings
mom. That's a
people-
cool mom.
It's fine.
Damn it, Taylor.
Last night when they did. And right there.
Everybody play naked. Butt ass naked. Everybody play butt ass naked.
Wow, times have changed. John Wetzel, excited to see you soon, buddy. Happy birthday, big fella. So, hey, you are doing great things, big fella.
Yeah, no question. And I like to use the word every week. There's look back at and you say, boy, I'd rather have that one back. Boy, I wish I had done this instead of that. Yeah, you just got to keep away. And particularly the way that game unfolded. Well, one of the things we try to pride ourselves on is fast. And the other thing about him is that he does all of the that the tight end position requires.
And on Tuesdays, we talk football, which is totally fetch.
Bull crap.
Damn it, Dave, you're so old. Go away.
Hey, Lindsay,
Yeah, Dave.
what time is it?
It's time to.
Beat the Broncos!
Not what the beats are for. Anyways.
Des Bryant scored his 69th receiving touchdown. Just wanted to say, nice job, dude.
Wow.
So,
Question eyes.
Good stuff.
if a rapper's gonna buy the Panthers, it should be Petey Pablo. And I just wanted to ask y'all whether or not that qualifies as a taco stand.
Regardless, it's like I have ESPN or something.
Thank you, Josh Gordon, for giving me an excuse to wear sunglasses on air and use my whiteboard to just tell Manny how much I love him. I just think you're the best coworker ever, man.
That's the cop out.
Thanks for coming up.
So ultimately,
Holy guacamole, my eyes will never be the same. Guys, we got a win today. This cover 4 was a win. Jameis would be proud.
Did you eat it?
eat that.
I can't, but trust me, this was a W.
Tay, overall, I thought we had a really good show. Overall, I thought we had a really good show.
Overall.
For whatever that's
Why
worth.
I love these people, and I love you guys.
It's harvest
Thanks for watching. Tell them my best friend
They
in the
just
world.
fly by, don't they?
Curtsy.
How many episodes was that? Like
Guys, so much of our time has been spent right in front of the screen.
Right here.
awesome and
Right
sad
here.
all at the same time.
I'm going to miss you guys this offseason. We will be getting back together, though. But what will the biggest storyline be this offseason? Hope it's nothing too crazy. That's our sound off for the day. Anybody have any hunches?
Free agency.
You called this.
I'm calling this because
All right.
I think this is time that they go after a big name. They have not done that in a long time. I think, yes, Zach Martin, you'll get your extension, but then they will go sign some big name and everyone will be excited and say the Cowboys are winning the NFC East this year. I believe in you, front office.
You know what? I think that's a great point, Tay. You might be right, but the only way I see it is if the actual biggest story comes to pass, which is Dez Bryant. I've gone on the record as saying I don't think anything's going to happen. You can save yourself a lot of money if you try to move on from him. Maybe you want to use that on another player. Maybe you want to improve your salary cap situation. Like I said, I'm not convinced anything's going to happen with Dez, but there's going to be a lot of
It's
conversation.
been set up, though, right, Manny, coming out of this season that it's going to be a story
Yes,
either way.
the biggest storyline will, in my opinion, be Dez Bryant. And I think it's to Taylor's point. It's all the same thing. It will be free agency and it will be Dez Bryant. Ultimately, it really comes down to this. Ultimately. It comes down to this. You can save a lot of money by moving on from Dez Bryant. Either way, he just said he's not going to take a pay cut. The Cowboys clearly need more production out of that number one receiver position. He has to be the biggest storyline, whether he stays or he goes.
I agree.
Interesting.
I completely
It's
agree.
going to be good. We will be with you guys. I know it's the off season, but don't worry. We'll be back.
not
Draft.
going
We got stuff like that. OTAs, your favorite. Out of time. Let's go to OT, Manny.
You know, season 2 in the books.
Don't get dramatic on me.
Okay, I'm not going to get dramatic. I'm not. I'm just looking forward to another offseason, another Cowboys offseason. And like we just talked about, Dez Bryant, I don't know where he's going to go, but I will make my bold statement and say he will not be back in the Star.
Ultimately, guys, it has been a while since the Jags have been in the playoffs, and it's kind of for the right reason because they just released the fact that they will be serving hamburgers with blue buns. I do not like this. I think it needs to end now. I think the Cowboys need to go back to the playoffs and just never have anyone serve horrible food like that again.
Blue buns.
Man,
Blue buns and the balloon buns.
Did you say balloon buns? You can't knock the food at AT&T Stadium.
Blue
I know
buns.
that. I wish they were playing a game there. Hey, what do we always say, guys? It's the not for long league. It's not about what have you done. What have you done for me lately? And lately, we covered the hell out of this team, this franchise, and this season, and we deserve a break. So we'll see y'all at some point, but not right now.
Tomorrow, probably.
Thank you for watching. It's my name. I can't help it.
Love
I can't
you,
help
people.
it.
We will let you know on DallasCowboys.com when the next Cover 4 episode will be. We'll see you then.
Blue buns.